Hi, this is John. Welcome to another video. Today I'm introducing Lightroom 3.0 for the desktop, which was recently announced at the Adobe Max conference in LA. And this video is about the Connections tab, which enables the making of wall art, framed prints or photo books using two new vendors which have been added to the Connections tab. The first one being WHCC, and the one I'm concentrating on in today's video is Blurb. Lightroom Classic users will certainly be familiar with Blurb. To set up this connection, you need to go to blurb.com, and then under Design Tools you need to choose Bookwrite, which is the application which needs to be downloaded. It's a fairly small application and can be installed quite easily by clicking the download button. And basically what these connections do is they link your photos, your Lightroom photos in the cloud, with the Blurb software, making it fairly simple to set out a book layout. So I've already downloaded the software, so let's get started. I started to authorize my account in the Blurb software, and I got this strange error message which said I had no Lightroom photos, and two links: one to download the software, which obviously I don't need because I already have Lightroom installed, and a link to the web app. And again, that's of no use. You need to actually launch the Lightroom 3 desktop app and set up the connections there. And if we go top left here below the library button, you can see this sharing button, connections, and if you click on the plus icon it will take you to the connections. And as you can see, I've already authorized Blurb to access my cloud photos. I haven't yet set up the WHCC one, so I'm just concentrating today on Blurb. So I'm going to close that down and we'll jump straight in and show you how to get started. So if I go back to the Connections tab and expand the connections and select Blurb, you can see I already set up a couple of experimental projects, and the beauty of these is that they're like albums or special albums which link to the Blurb software. And the beauty is that you can add photos or remove photos and keep a record of exactly which images you're uploading to Blurb. So jumping back to all photos, I'm going to select some images now to create a book. And I've been on a recent trip to South America and have some nice colourful photos from Peru. So I'm going to select these as the basis for this new project. Shift click all those, and if I right click on one of those selected photos I can say share to Blurb, and this gives me the opportunity to create a new project album. So I'm going to just type in the box Peru and click continue. And for some reason this web page opens up, but it's not really required. We can simply close down this web page and launch the Blurb software, which I downloaded earlier. I'm going to go back to the Connections tab and select Blurb again, and I can see my new project Peru is available and saved, and I actually don't need all these photos, so I'm going to remove this vertical photo because I want all the photos in the book to be landscape aspect. So I can delete that one, remove photo, confirm, and I just want to really keep the best ones. So let me see, which other ones should I remove? It's a difficult choice when you have good photos. I'll remove some of these general walking ones, and this one here, delete, remove photos just by pressing the delete key on the keyboard. So I have 20 photos here. I'm going to remove this one of the condor. I don't think it will be that distinctive on a book page. It looks a little bit isolated. Remove photo. So that will do me there. So when I downloaded the Bookwrite software, I made a desktop shortcut, and it's quite easy to launch the app from the desktop. You click on this create button, and you can choose some particular book styles and paper type, and I've created this one called First, which is my first book that I'm making. So when the layout launches, it's a little bit like this. Now, to get the photos into the book, you click on this photos icon here, and then click on the cloud icon to link with your Lightroom photos. You can click either the logo here or the Lightroom tab, and then click connect. And having already established the connection, you should see your Lightroom photographs appear in this photo manager. And you can see at the top the projects are in this separate tab called connected albums, and there are my Peru photographs. So I can actually select the first one and shift click on the last one, and then at the bottom right here click import selected. This will depend on how many photographs you have chosen for your books, and there's a message that just popped up, import complete. So I can now close this page, and you can see that Bookwrite is importing those photographs from my saved project, and they begin to appear along the top in this kind of film strip, and then you can decide which photographs to add to which pages. There's this neat little button called Auto Create Book, so I'm going to click that. Need to close this dialog first, and then click Auto Create Book. Continue, and Bookwrite starts to do its work, and I find this a very fast way of getting photos onto the layouts, and you can tweak them afterwards one by one. So if I click on this first page here, and if I change to the layouts tab, which is to the left of photos, I'm going to click on this one here to fill the page, and the same for this one to fill the page. What I've actually brought up here is this enhance button. If you click on the container, you can enhance the photograph specifically for blurbs printing process. Click on this one here again, and I'll do the same there. You can see it gets an updated preview immediately in the window. I don't know whether it's possible to select more than one page. Let's see if we can. We can select all those, and let me see if I can apply this layout, and there we have it. It applies to every single page. It fills the container, which is what I want. So let's continue down with the rest of the photographs and click on this full page layout. There's a number of layouts across the top you can choose. You can have more than one photo per page. You can have a double page spread. Let's choose this one here, and let's see how that looks on a double page spread. And there we have it. That particular photo is spread right across, and I think that looks quite pleasing. You know, it works well with that landscape. It goes into the gutter and back out of the gutter in the center, but gives a very pleasing layout. And you can experiment with text files and different layouts to your heart's content, but this is really just to give you a quick idea of what is possible. So this one here needs to be full page. I think they're all done now. What you can do when you've got all your layouts correct is you can go to this preview window here, and you can actually drag the size of this window across the monitor, and then use the slider to zoom in. You best to click to the next page so it's on 2, so you can fill the and then you can just click and tab through the pages to see your book, how it looks, and the windows get instantly updated with the photos ready to upload to Blurb. So this is a nice, neat feature, a way of checking how the pages look side by side. That double page spread looks pretty good to me. Obviously you'll choose a suitable photo for your own double page spread. And yeah, this is looking good. So I'm going to close the preview. I mean, you have got the option to export a PDF proof if you wish to, but those photos are not optimized. They only get optimized at the time of upload to Blurb. And so you need to decide one by one by clicking on the container whether you want to enhance the image. I would recommend using that because I find that sometimes photos on the screen, on the computer monitor, look over bright, but when they're printed on a page they tend to come out darker. So that's an optional feature which you can use. If you go to the Blurb website, it actually says what enhancement does, and you know, there are a few exceptions. You know, it won't correct a blurry image. It will basically add more contrast and make the image look sharper. It won't fix red eye, and it will only work with certain images. So you need to do it on a page by page basis and look at the preview to see whether you like it or not. If I jump back into my saved projects and click on the Peru project, I could actually make some changes, some edit adjustments. So let's, for example, choose this photo here and go into the edit mode and change it to black and white. And there we are. Going back into the grid view, and need to wait for this particular photo to update to the cloud, and then when it's finished we can resend it to Blurb. There is a little, and it's actually completing now. We've got the check mark to show it's complete. There is a resend button, but I wouldn't recommend using that. I haven't had much success with it, and it could actually overwrite the whole project. So I would tend to go back into the Photos tab in the book, right, and click on the cloud icon again, and then go to your Lightroom Photos and press Connect. And hopefully that will have been updated, that saved project, with the changes to black and white photos. So clicking on Peru, and there we are, we can see that it's been updated from Lightroom Desktop. So if I just select that one photo now and click to import it into the Blurb interface, again it will take a little while to upload, and it should be part of the book layout as soon as we have the message. Hopefully this one photo will import fairly quickly. It's not like, and there we are, import complete. So we can close down this photo manager, and we can see that one is importing, and we can then close this. So what it's actually done is it's actually duplicated it. We've got the black and white photo, and we still have the original coloured photo. So if we wanted to replace it, we could actually delete this one from the book and drag the black and white one in to replace it. So selecting the black and white one and dragging it onto the page, and hopefully it will update it, and there we have it. So I hope you like this new feature. I will end the video here. I think it's really just giving you a flavour of what is possible. I'm still really learning and experimenting with it myself. But when you're ready to order your book, you just click the upload button and everything will be sent to Blurb automatically. But you can play around with this software without placing any order or incurring any cost. So thank you for watching, and bye for now. See you next time.